Hi, thanks for hitting play today. I hope you enjoyed the episode yesterday with the 2 AI bots talking about my book. Now, the book has done pretty well. It's made over $60,000 in royalties, which is fun because Amazon and the publishers actually do all the drop shipping and things like that. So once it's created, then it becomes like a passive income asset. And I want to just share the first time that I actually made some passive income. It was way back in 2009. My friend Jethro, who I was working with at Wicked Campers, he gave me a book, and the book was The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. It's still really popular today. I really actually still love that book. Back then, it was a huge revelation. Tim Ferriss was talking about how he had virtual assistants, he had remote workers, and his goal was to create passive income and revenue while you slept. It just sounded like the dream, right? And it still sounds like the dream, the 4-Hour Workweek. Anyway, when you read it, it goes through different pages of, thinking about what could your passive income stream be and what can you monetize. And back then, 2009, haven't really built a career. I'm doing a lot of fun stuff. I've worked for Accenture, I worked for Wicked Campers at that point in time. But something that I had done by that stage is I'd played netball at a pretty high level, and I also coached various teams. And as a coach, I had a lot of guides like shooting plans that I would personally work through. I also did a lot of work on the mental side of shooting, and I thought, okay, maybe I can package this information up and sell it to, it was really hyper specific, to 12 to 15-year-old aspiring netball shooters and their coaches. So the guide was called Up and In, and the reason I called it that is because as you're going to attempt a goal at club level, people will say up and in, and it's just a nice way of encouraging that. And it's a good reminder as well when you're a shooter, like up and in, it's just a thing. If you're in the know, that is the phrase that people use. So this book, it was a 50-page coaching manual. I wrote it after hours, after work, I think in about 90 days. So it was kind of like doing a couple hours a week. The hard part was using Clippy within Microsoft to kind of draw out the diagrams in terms of where to shoot, different types of plays as well. And then I had a proofreader in the UK. So actually that was my first opportunity outsourcing. Her name was Roz. I'm still in touch with her now. She was an excellent editor because I guess I was so used to writing at a university level. She really brought it back to simple language for young girls. So I shared that on my Facebook page, and I obviously had a lot of people that were connected to me through netball. Then I managed to find someone in India who got me the email addresses of every netball association in Australia, and I did a direct mail out to them. So this, again, back when spam laws were not that strict and I could do that, but it wasn't like a mass newsletter. I actually personally messaged all of the associations from my email address. And I remember even before kind of making that effort to build the database and the distribution of that, I remember waking up one morning and there just was an $18.95 sale. I just got this email and it says, congratulations, and it was my first sale. And I remember thinking, oh my goodness, like there is so much opportunity in this. And again, 2009, if you think back then, not a lot of online guides, PDFs at the time. Obviously now we're totally oversaturated. But back then I just think, I really could have done more of that or built complementary guides or and. But it's really exciting. The first time you ever make a sale and you wake up and you haven't been exchanging your time or energy in that moment for value, it just completely transforms you. So if you are listening and you haven't had that chance where you wake up in the morning and bang, bang, overnight, you've made some moolah, I encourage you to try something. I'm sure you've got some experience. Like I had to go back through a hobby of mine. I didn't actually directly monetize my career. I monetized something that I had been doing on the side for some time, but that I had some expertise in. I didn't position it for professional shooters. I positioned it for younger shooters. So I always just think about like, what's that level 1 that you could teach at? And if people ask you questions about certain things, I was lucky because I had this whole asset of resources. Like I just handwritten all these session plans over the years for netballers that it was a really kind of easy pull just to bring it all together. So it's a really great feeling. And I still get that buzz now when I wake up in the morning and maybe I'm marketing an upcoming webinar or a masterclass or even seeing sales of my book overnight. The feeling, that joy, that like, oh, this is so cool. It just does not go away. So that $18.95 sale really made a difference in terms of my perspective and opened up my eyes, I guess, to all the opportunities that you can create. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.